I blew my 37 kilometers marathon test 4 weeks before Valencia. Fueling, tested. Hydration, tested. Training, on track. And still, from the first 100 meters, my legs were empty. I held the early numbers, I kept the pace, but the feelings never improved. I thought it was the new supplement I tried, but it wasn't. The real mistake happened the night before. Actually, the 2 nights before. If you got a key long run coming up, I'm going to show you exactly how I trace the cause and how you can protect the next simulation. Let's go! Here's the context. We are 4 weeks out from Valencia, goal sub 2 hours and 45 minutes. This simulation plan, 21 kilometers at 4 minutes and 11 seconds per kilometer pace, and then 16 kilometers at marathon pace, 3 minutes and 50 seconds per kilometer. Same course that I've used before, same hydration, same nutrition. This training was really to build confidence in me about my pacing strategy and my nutrition and hydration strategy. 3 things I did not change: nutrition, carbs, 275 grams in total with the mountain gels, hydration, about 1000 milligrams of sodium and 1 liter of water using precision hydration sodium. And the third one was the course. I did the same course, same conditions as always. What I changed, I tested for the first time the mountain bicarb system. I was very keen on testing this new thing. As an engineer, you always want to test new and shiny things. I tested it because in theory bicarbonate can improve buffering and help you in the last part of the race with a small reduction in perceived effort and stiff legs. To be clear, the literature for marathon-style efforts is not clear. It's very thin and vague. The benefits are inconsistent and the protocols vary. And this is probably the main reason why I wanted to test it on myself, to see exactly what happens to my body, to see how my body responded in a controlled environment. I started the training, and from the first few meters, the sensation was wrong. Empty legs. Not lungs, not stomach, not HR, just no snap. I was able to keep the first block on plan, 4 minutes and 11 seconds per kilometer, perfect. HR 159 beats per minute, perfect. But the feeling never switched on. And that for me was the first clue. When legs feel flat from the start, it's not about what is happening during the training, it's about what happened before the training. Then when I asked for marathon pace, there was no ceiling to push into. I topped it out at around 3 minutes and 56 seconds per kilometer versus 350. And also in the last 3 to 4 kilometers, I drifted at 4 minutes per kilometer pace. Again, the HR was in total control. Hydration was on schedule, gels taken, no GI issues. The limit was really neuromuscular. Legs wouldn't produce. Now let's take an engineering approach. Let's debug this like engineers. Assumption: if fuel and hydration were wrong, I would have had bigger, clear symptoms. GI issues, HR spikes, brain fog, but nothing of this happened. Data points: HR was steady, breathing was normal, it was just the legs, empty legs. And crucially, the most important data points, this feeling started at kilometer 0, right from the beginning. I almost blamed the bicarb system because that was the new variable that I introduced during the training, but it was not the case. There is no literature around empty leg issues from bicarb. You usually have GI issues or nausea, not empty legs. Rewinding the 48 hours before the run, I saw it. I had 2 bad nights sleep on Thursday and Friday, and it's something unusual to me because usually I have a sleep score in the 90s region, and that triggered an alarm in me, and I wanted to do something in order to avoid a 3rd bad night's sleep right before the big training. So I reached for what I use during my usual US travels. I took a sedating antihistamine to force sleep and to sleep better, and I did sleep better indeed. But the side effects can linger on the next day, dulling alertness and neuromuscular drive. And this is exactly what happened. That perfectly explains the empty legs. That was the mistake. It's really interesting to me how you can still make a mistake even after 20 plus years of running. It happens, I mean, we are humans. And probably this is one of the things I like about running. There is always a learning, there is also something you can improve and you can adjust to get better results or to fix errors, like in this case. 3 decisions that I take out of this training. Decision 1, I'm not going to use the bicarb system. Not because of issues, but because the potential marginal gains that I will get do not overweight the risk of having GI issues or screwing up my nutrition and so on. So I'm not gonna use it for the race. I didn't see any big benefit from this training, regardless of the error. Decision 2, I'm gonna stick to the same nutrition and hydration plan that I explained in the previous video. It's working for me very well. I'm gonna stick to that. And decision number 3, of course, I'm not gonna improvise anything sleep related. I'm gonna stick to my routine and try to use the routine to help my sleep and not having any last second hack. Despite that one thing that screwed up the entire training, it was a positive training. I still completed that with a good HR. The signals were good. It was just the side effect from the sedative that blocked my legs. But I was there. I think the condition is there, and also talking to my coach, this is building up confidence even more because I was able to get through the training despite all the issues. And the better news, I learned something new and identified a mistake that I will never make again. We are still on track for the sub 2:45 marathon in Valencia, the 7th of December, 2025. If you want to follow my journey, put a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Valencia, let's go!